Welcome to the hub. It's Friday. This is Juno, and I hope everyone's doing good. How are you doing today, Phil?
Hey, doing great. Sorry, I was just reposting. Doing great, doing great. Crazy month this week, but really happy with absolutely everything. Always a pleasure also to be here with you guys. Closes the week like so good. It's just like you're just like, wow, this is a great way just to slow things down, and you're just like, okay, we got those are the deliverables, those are the news, but at the same time, the pace is just like comfy. So it feels like an amazing entry point to the weekend. But doing great, man. Doing great. MG is great, so that's always like the foundation of absolutely everything. And yeah, really happy to be here again with you, man.
Yeah, happy to have you here, man. It's definitely a highlight of my week too. I think you kind of nailed it. It's we're both in pretty busy roles, I think, and there's a lot that we keep track of. And the hub is kind of just a really nice way to close out the week every week. And then we're always surrounded by really good company. What up, Shady? What up, Skittles? And Koza. I know you and I just talked, Koza, but how's your Friday going? How's your sushi bowl?
The sushi bowl is immaculate. It's going pretty well. It's definitely been a productive week. I'm looking forward to a nice weekend with the missus. Valentine's Day plans and all. But yeah, man, I agree. Just kind of with both what both of you said. It's a really nice way to just kind of wrap things up and you know put our head on straight for the week ahead.
Oh, it's Valentine's. I'm dating myself these days. I think it would be even like unfair to put myself on the market, meaning that I'm living in my own world with all this orbit stuff, and I couldn't even give someone else a part of me right now. It's kind of all going into what I'm doing with orbit and my own life. And that's a really cool place to be, honestly. Chasing love or chasing relationships for most of my 20s and then kind of reaching a point where it's like, let's build. So we're building, and we're actually building, and it's a really, really cool spot to be. So let's do Hedera Haps now, and maybe some more people will trickle in before we get into kind of company updates and what we cooked this week. Got some pretty fun stuff to share and progress to share at Orbit. And I think what I might start doing, because I don't want to post teasers of various things on the web before they're live, like on Twitter, but I don't mind posting screenshots and stuff in Discord. So I may drop sneak peeks during the hub in Discord, and they might only last for an hour. And if you see it, you see it, and if you don't, you don't, and that's totally cool. But Hedera Haps, I woke up today. We all woke up today to FedEx joining the governance council, and that's pretty rad. I'm very keen to kind of figure out what their use case is going to be, or what type of value they see in Hedera or in the Hashgraph. But it's a super reputable brand. I see them every day outside my house or at my house, and yeah, it's just cool. It's another like big real world relevant name that so many people see. So excited to see what's up with that.
Absolute cook, man. It's like you said, it's just awesome, man. It's just again huge acknowledgement as to everything with crafting and we believe to be true, but this is not happening right this moment because we're impatient, of course, and also because humans, and also because we've been here for so long. It's just so true, man. That's what this is, and we see it. And that's just pure speculation. But are you seeing tokenized stuff delivered physically, but also tokenized out there? But I mean, it's out there. It just makes sense. Um, Again, clear signal, that Hedera is legit. It's not only legit; it's at the forefront of this deal, like for sure. Like to land on there, the number of talks because there's so many parts on the boat that's happening when you're running those huge ship to sell. So for sure, like they've been in talks for a while, meaning that potentially there's more members to come in and more stuff like McLaren. So yeah, really bullish, man. I feel like we're in a great spot, albeit always price action. It's just absolutely awesome to see this news, man. Again, it's good to see folks on the timeline like just reacting in a positively fashion, man. It's just fun. Brings like the entire space, at least the timeline, the bubble we're in, was happy today. It was just great. So yeah, clear signal that we're in the right spot, proper time. It just makes sense. Big enterprises like that wouldn't hop in if they didn't see the legit plan out there and the vision, especially. And yeah, that's awesome.
And I think even beyond logistics, FedEx has a really strong grasp of, the financial culture and financial climate worldwide. It's not just a US thing. It's not just a North American thing. And to have that sort of like representation in the console, I think is extremely important as Hedera grows, as it scales. It really does go beyond the borders here in the States. So that's kind of a testament to that. A lot of the members of the console that we've kind of seen before this have all been very like North American based. Um, and having them as an addition is it's a bullish sign.
Sorry, I was hoping your handsome voices would just keep going. I'm getting sneak peeks together for talk about later.
In the Discord?
Um, yeah, I'm just
Awesome.
kind of putting stuff over there as we get this show on the road. I don't know. Was there anything else that kind of happened on the network this week? I have been such a little creature on these orbit mocks for, I mean, 3 weeks now. And I feel like if I didn't have Club H Bar just blasting me with news, I would never know what's happening.
Yeah, that was the biggest, for sure, and it happened like right away. So yeah, man, that alone, it just closes the week like so good, right before Valentine's Day, man. So yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a nice surprise for sure. We'll start with HashPack. So HashPack pushed
Hey,
cross-chain swaps.
hey,
That's freaking badass. Good job, man.
it is awesome. Thank you. Well, big shout out also to Tyler, of course, Jacob, the whole team, right? But it's something we've been developing for a while, even before I got in, man. So we're really happy with it. We're really happy with the flow. Feedback has been overwhelmingly positive.
Oh, sure.
We're really happy because again, this fits into the entire HashPack experience. You don't feel like you go, oh, I'm going cross-check. No, it just hey, you put your wallet ID there, and you just swap. Oh wow, awesome! You just skip the middleman, full custody, man, start to finish. It's your stuff, man. It is your stuff through and through. No matter if you have XRP, if you have Sol, if you have BTC, if you have whatever, man, it's custody to custody, and it's just fun, man. And we're arrived at this point too, man, because it's right on narrative. You
Yeah,
want that.
absolutely.
And yeah, we're just happy, man. We're just really happy. Again, overwhelming response. It just again warms the heart because there's a lot of effort that's been going on the back end too. Marketing pushes also is ongoing. It's fun. Lex Exchange has been awesome, man. The team is really good. Big shout out to Nadine on there.
Nice.
Yeah, cool folks, man. And it's good to be crafting and shipping stuff with great humans again. So yeah, we're really happy.
No, I love to hear that. Pluto kind of hinted that he was starting or at least working on cross-chain swaps maybe 2 months ago now. And as soon as he said it, I was like, oh yeah, duh, that's a given. And I don't know too many wallets off the top of my head that are kind of really embracing bridging as a offering within their wallet. I know it's not like bridges are hard to find on most networks, but I know various wallets kind of offer different network support, whether it be MetaMask supporting a handful of networks. But in terms of like bridging within that, that's pretty rad. I think it's innovative. I think it's forward thinking, and I couldn't agree more that um, we're at a point now where I think we all want to allow people to come to HBAR as easily and as frictionless as possible. So I think Let's Exchange is great for that. We're currently building out. I mean, it's built. We're just kind of waiting for some additional stuff to happen with Squid and Axelar. Um, it's another bridge solution, yeah. So I love that both of us are kind of offering our own portals into Hedera. I think it's really good. I think it's on brand for both of our companies, and we're both kind of doing it at the same time, which is pretty exciting.
Oh yeah, it is really exciting. Also serve as a wonderful tool to be onboarding new folks. Just unlocks the whole thing, man. Again, I've posted that on my personal thing, but it's just like we've arrived at this point. It's been a while, like it has been a while, you know. But again, I feel like the mind share of our era, like we are at this point. So pioneering stuff like that and shipping great components that also feels like HashPack is really good, man. It's just like it's for everyone also. So yeah, man, it's super month this week has been.
Yeah, it's a pretty powerful update, not gonna lie. Kind of really excited to see what you guys track, and mostly like if you guys can track and see maybe what network people are coming from, I'd be super interested in that information.
Yeah, yeah,
For
with pleasure.
sure.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's going to give us like clear insights as to also what audience potentially to aim with
Yeah.
narrative. Also, are folks coming in and coming out? Let's just face it. Also, where attention is being driven to, and where's the funnel? Also, where's the potentially customer acquisition also comes into play. How can we have better retention for folks because we provide solution? Because we do know that folks used to use a Phantom wallet. Big shout out to Phantom, by the way. But we do know that they're coming from Solana, and then hey, well, there's a lot of conversions on there. So what's what's happening on there, and how can we alleviate those pain points that potentially they don't have on there because there's problem and there's a solution on there, right? So yeah, we never know, but that's great insights, and yeah, for sure we're going to be sharing those with awesome friends like Orbit. Yeah.
Yeah, it's super good, man. Let's find out where people are coming from, and then let's get together, pool resources, and throw like massive targeted ad campaigns on those networks. That's exactly what we need to be doing, if I'm being honest. So Weston kind of pitched that a while back.
Oh,
Kind of proposed like us, Bonzo, you guys, probably Saucer Swap if they want to play ball, um, to get together and like really run actual targeted campaigns and try and get users from other networks to start considering Hedera more seriously, or at least just bringing exposure to them. You know, I think a lot of people over the years have seen Hedera, whether it be on a tracker or what have you, and people just get married to the chains that they're on, right? Like we're all married
yes.
to Hedera in a lot of ways, and you kind of forget that just other networks are still cruising along and pushing the envelope forward. So reminding them of the truth, I think, is all in all of our best interest.
Yeah, I think we had that discussion a little bit earlier in the week where, there's of course, the main target of, doing what we can to benefit the space here on Hedera, but also the greater crypto space. There's still a lot of adoption to go. There's still a lot of, real world implementation to go. And as those aspects kind of get stronger, as time goes on, there's going to be a lot of like melding between chains. I don't think this kind of like blockchain tribalism is going to be something that carries us, into the next, decade, the next, 10, 15 years.
No, I don't think so either. There might be. I'm not gonna say there might be. I think it's pretty realistic to assume that multiple networks will not stand the test of time, and that there will kind of be a domino effect as the years go on, where the offerings for the average person and just what most people consider legit or even viable to invest in get pretty thinned out, especially as regulatory kind of clarity comes in and all of that. So that's really good. You know, it'll leave full faith in HBAR standing the test of time. Not really worried about that. But even with that being said, I don't necessarily envision a future where one solution is the best for everything. Even though Hashgraph really does kind of solve the trifecta. Um, but what I mean is, right now in the current landscape, we've got meme coins on Solana, we've got degenerate retail activity on Solana, then we also have degenerate retail activity on Hyperliquid. And you're not seeing Solana try and push a native solution to capture that. You're seeing the players in these ecosystems enjoy multiple different networks. And I think that's a pretty healthy future. And I think the biggest thing that we can all do is just make transitioning and flow between networks as easy and as frictionless as possible, right? Because you don't really want to gate someone, and it doesn't really make sense, in my opinion, to write off innovation elsewhere, especially if they've already done it, if they've captured the market or what have you, and it's a good solution, like it's actually good. The users should be able to enjoy that. I think that's like the one kind of downfall of marrying a network is you just get siloed from opportunity elsewhere. And I think the future isn't siloed. I think the future for sure is being able to flow and go wherever you want. If someone's doing something cool on a brand new network or elsewhere, you just go check it out. And I think that's I kind of see that happening for sure.
We could close the show right with this. That's a lot of wisdom right there. It's true. I have nothing to add to this. It's yes.
Yeah, my bags are parked in HBAR. I'm not going anywhere. But that being said, I don't think I'm only gonna spend all my mind share on HBAR, especially over the years, especially as new things pop up elsewhere. But HBAR is the place to be. It's the safe bet in my opinion, and it's cozy. And again, it's so hard now to walk away seeing how far the network's come and like how much has been developed from when I first got here. It's just insane. It's truly insane, and it speaks for itself that the training wheels are coming off, let's say, and the bike is actually moving along, and it's really good. To just be a part of and see it all unfold. So with Orbit, I shared some stuff in the Discord. I apologize to everyone on Twitter that can't really get into Discord easily, but there's some sneak peeks of the redesign, the UI UX redesign that's coming out. And I can't and shouldn't give an actual date on TGE or the token, but that being said, a lot of what um, we wanted to push the token back for was like marketability, um, app development. Like the app state needed a lot of work to do, and we all knew that. So that's coming along. The redesign, we're ahead of schedule, I think, significantly at this point. I've been cranking for the last 3 weeks, getting everything ready for Warlock to start building and pushing it to prod. Um, and yeah, really good feedback from people I admire and trust on the network. I'm definitely getting like universal. This feels more like a terminal responses, and that's the whole goal. So I love that I was able to capture that, and really excited to get this stuff pushed to live. Just yesterday, we really the whole team kind of cracked down and got our hats on for the Squid Axelar bridge. So Chopper J Builds has been kind of getting that together, and it's cruising. We've got some pretty nifty stuff. Like we're hard coding orbit addresses and Hedera as recipient inputs in our bridge. So we're kind of forcing people to come to Hedera at that point if they're using our bridge in orbit, and that's pretty comfy UX and flow. And yeah, I really like the mocks that we're getting together. I think the app's looking great, and we're on track for TGE. I would say like late April, early May.
Hey,
Yeah, it's looking pretty good. We'll be doing some internal stuff and testing with our token and cashback and rewards. Yeah, around April, getting all that dialed in, and we'll be building out a new rewards page in app to kind of properly house points, cashback. We're gonna get some type of viewer for your NFTs so that in the app you can see which NFTs you have, what benefits you're getting from those NFTs. That's been a long time coming. It's definitely still on the menu, but we're tackling it page by page right now. And the first thing that we wanted to tackle was like the monitor page because that's the meat and potatoes of Orbit. And I'm trying to think of what else. I mean, a lot of like what's happening at Orbit, we're not quite doing changelog updates. Like we're really just focused on the UI redesign because a lot of small quality of life stuff is kind of being baked into that. Uh, so I don't think Warlock's necessarily deviating from building and just pushing out small little quality of life or just feature updates right now. So we haven't, I don't think, pushed anything to live this week. We did price-based limit orders last week. I have heard from various peeps that we may be changing our method from price in HBAR to price in USD. It's a little bit more standardized across trackers and what we've seen elsewhere. So yeah, that should be coming. And it's definitely coming along for sure. Orbit is looking better and better by the day. Once everything gets pushed to live, I think it'll be pretty night and day. I'm almost convinced at that point.
oh yeah, already is. I'm looking at the for everyone in attendance that's also on the Discord. I'm looking at the sneak peeks right now. It's so clean, man. That's absolutely awesome. That's a terminal, like
It's a
capital
terminal,
T,
capital
capital
T, straight
T.
up.
Yeah, it's so clean.
Yeah, we're Squid should be there. Like it's there. Just liquidity is kind of low on a couple pools that we really want access to.
Hmm.
So I don't. It's going to be pretty botched UX if we push that live, but you can't really swap with it until they get their pockets a little bit deeper, or their reserves deeper, I should say. So we may be sitting on that for a little bit longer, but technically we have a page mocked up for it. Warlock could build it. We've got our widget from Squid built out and implemented in our repo, so it's ready to go. We're just kind of waiting for it to actually be a little bit more fleshed out on Squid's end for liquidity.
Hell yeah. Looking forward to it, man. Good job.
Also, I think it's worth noting that we, over the past week, got the archive of the hub up on YouTube, which has been kind of a chore. It's been something that Juno and I have been wanting to do for a while now. But we have a pretty good working system, especially since, X kind of rugged our ability to preserve our spaces on our profile. But now we need not worry because all that is being hosted over on YouTube, and it'll be updated. Every episode that airs that is recorded will be uploaded to YouTube the following Monday. So it'll live on our Twitter for the weekend, and then by Monday you should be able to view future episodes there.
Yeah, Koza cooked a pretty sweet audio-reactive waveform that kind of plays along. We've got a nice graphic from our landing page. So the YouTube videos is just an archive of what we talk about here on the hub. It's another place to listen in. And I'll probably make a post sharing the YouTube link pretty soon, probably today or over the weekend. But yeah, I think it's good. It's a good archive for sure. And we'll be using YouTube as a marketing platform most certainly. So the next kind of bigger budget, ideally, video we get cooked for Orbit, it'll be living on YouTube. We're going to be trying to spread the good word of Hedera and Orbit via YouTube as we move forward for sure. Sorry, I'm searching around, browsing for something to talk about.
It's pretty much an eclipse right now for the FedEx thingy, and yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I'm missing something. Oh, Silk Suite. Let's give them some knowledge.
Hey, hell
Yeah,
yeah.
Silk Suite's launching, I believe, in like 4 or 5 days. It's coming up.
Yeah, the
Pretty
17th.
excited.
Yeah.
For those that aren't aware, Orbit links up and slots in to basically every solution and every market or marketplace on Hedera. So Silk Suite upcoming decks, so they're already a functioning decks. They've been building and workable and live for over a year, and they're launching their token in a couple days now. And I want nothing but the best for them. I think more dexes and more marketplaces. Obviously, we're biased because we want that in our app, but it's also really good for the network for users to have different options to host liquidity and to trade pairs in. So just rooting for them. Really excited to see how this all plays out.
Yeah, man, the team's awesome. Absolutely looking forward to it. It's going to be great. I heard the spaces they ran. I think it was on Monday. Yeah, I mean Houdini.
Yeah, they do Monday spaces.
Yeah. No, it's going to be awesome. Best of success to them, man.
Yeah, I haven't talked too much with them, but in the couple of DMs I've had with Houdini, super great guy. I think he and I are aligned quite a bit on collaboration, not just between us, but how we think an effective way for products and teams to build and push outward together and leverage each other when we can. We're very aligned there. So we talked a long time ago about an order book, but we'd have to port our stack over on smart nodes and get that all working. But we talked about it. So who knows? Who knows? It'd be cool. And what else did we have? It's kind of it on updates for Orbit. Yeah, between the YouTube archive being put up and the redesign chugging along, we're definitely on track. We've also been pushing away and picking away at ERC20 support. So our wallets, I believe, are compatible and ready for that. I don't think we've necessarily announced that quite yet. It's part of our Q1 deliverable, but it's also the type of thing like we're not really seeing ERC20 be in demand or even offered right now across the network. So while we're doing it to like future-proof our stack and our app, so that we can accept new token types that come to the network, we're not really seeing teams or even marketplaces like play ball with them quite yet. Saucer has a couple wrapped options right now, I believe. With I think Ethereum and Bitcoin likely being the two big boys.
Yes.
But yeah, that's what's going on. It'll be interesting to see if ERC20 really ever takes off here on the network. I think a lot of people here that have been here love HTS and might have misconceptions about ERC20. You know, I think a handful of people hear smart contract and spaz out. But if something's audited and you know, contract privileges and rights are revoked, it's not like a human can rug you. You know, so then it's really on the code, and it's on the code being audited. But it'll be interesting to see for sure. I think the network is going to have some philosophical chats as we develop and push forward about what the user base wants and what's in demand. But I think with that, it might be a short space today, short little hub. I'm running out of content to disseminate and share.
That's pretty much it. There's going to be Dev Day on Tuesday. That's going to be fun also.
Oh yeah, that's like
right.
It's next week.
Yeah.
Give my regards to Warlock.
Hell yeah. Huge i5 inbound. With pleasure.
Yeah, have fun. I'm excited. Are you going to be back in time Friday for Hub?
Yeah,
Give
of
us
course.
all an update
Yeah,
about it.
with pleasure. I would run those even on a plane, man, or descending or at customs. Yeah, of course. Yeah. I'm coming back on Wednesday, like the day after.
Oh yeah.
So I don't miss anything. Yeah. But yeah, looking forward to that. That's going to be great. Fun times. We have a booth on there, and yeah, it should be fun.
Yeah, that's great. That'll likely be probably a big talking point next hub. We'll just dive into HederaCon and what you saw, what got you excited, and maybe some alpha you might have found out.
Yeah. Oh yeah, with pleasure.
Yeah. Safe travels, man. Can't wait to get the play-by-play.
Hey, appreciate you. Yeah, thank you. I'm leaving on Monday. Yeah, Monday morning. Yeah. Will be fun. A good appetizer, maybe for a HederaCon. So yeah, that's gonna be great.
Yeah, good. Tide us over. All right, guys. Have a great Friday. Have a great weekend. Thanks for showing up to the hub. And yeah, maybe touch grass. It's gonna be raining all here all weekend, so I don't think I'll be touching grass. I'll be locked like a gremlin in my room, being whipped at to get this orbit stuff ready and shipped. And I'm here for it. I love that. So with that being said, everyone have a good day.
Hey, cheers, guys.